What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Spurs Chat podcast. Today, we're going to be reviewing individual performances, player ratings of the Spurs players in that 4-0 defeat at Anfield against Liverpool, which, if you ask me, is simply unforgivable. But try and be balanced as always, and assess each player's performance in this defeat. But if you are new to the channel, please do smash the subscribe button to Chris Callan's Spurs Chat podcast. Big up to Chris himself for letting me speak to you once again. Disappointing Spurs result, but it's always an honour to speak to you guys. I'm a football content creator and YouTuber. For those who may be interested, my personal socials are just there next to me at HarryScarf22, and I have my own YouTube channel and podcast. I'm proud to say, Scarfy Spurs Talk. So let's crack straight into it. Appreciate you all tuning in. So I know it's a painful defeat and it's hard. It is for myself as well. It's a difficult defeat, but let's go over every player. We'll start with Kinski in goal. Not his night, conceding 4 goals, gave away the penalty, really poor on the ball tonight. And that performance made me think Vicario walked straight back into that, team in goal when he comes back. And I think that's reality. So a 4 for me from Kinski. It's only not low because he did make some impressive saves and his distribution is good. But today, I just thought he looked absolutely lost. Looked too big of occasion for him. Archie Gray, not his night. Again, Gakpo in behind for I think one of the goals might have been the Liverpool first, I believe. For me, he has to do more there. That's his man. Generally a quiet night for him, so nothing big either way. I'm going to give him a 5. Danso, on a positive note, I think he's had a solid debut. Didn't really put a foot wrong, looked to progress forward at times and just showed fight. And I think we saw that in the dressing room before, a potential leader. So I think he could be a good signing. So I liked what I saw from him. Hard to judge him when the back line and the team is massively disappointed and let you down. But I'm going to give Danso a 6. Ben Davies, I thought he was really good tonight, but at fault for sure for that Liverpool penalty, giving the ball away. So for that reason, I'm just going to give him a 5.5. It could and should have been higher. Maybe disappointed that Davis. Now we move on to the midfield, who I was really, really disappointed with tonight, and I'm going to be really harsh with these ratings. We kick it off with Yves Bissouma, really poor tonight. Nothing really about him. I'm going to give him a 3. Again, consistency with him. Just when I think he's got better recently, he was poor tonight and was part of a really poor midfield. Benton, I'm going to give a 2. Really disappointed in him. An experienced, established player. Done really well against Brentford. Has done well recently. This should have been his game. He was just really poor in midfield. Just looked off it. At split second off it. Just got caught on the ball too many times. Sloppy on the ball. So really disappointed in him. And Papa Matassa, I'm also going to give a 2. I think we have to start having serious conversations about him. He's a player I like, love his energy, great box-to-box midfielder, and it was great against Brentford. But again, it's consistency with him that's the issue. And I just don't think he maybe is as good as some people said. But do let me know in the comments below. Could be being harsh about that. Obviously, it's been recorded just after we've lost. So, the frustration for me is still there. Son, awful. Genuinely awful, and I love the guy. He's such a likable person, such a good footballer, but his decline is very clear to see. Talk about consistency, prime example of that. He just can't do it. Really poor tonight, and we lacked real leadership and fight and determination, grit, everything like that on the pitch. It just didn't turn up, and you have to look at a captain. At times like that, and he had a shot hit the bar. Didn't really do much apart from that, so I'll probably give Son a 3. I think that's being kind. Richarlison came off before half time injured, and just said, I just come through on my phone as we're recording now. It's a calf injury. It looks to be. So yeah, disappointing. But I thought it was hard for him that first half up against 2 centre backs. He tries his best, but for me, it's time to sell up and move on. And I love Richie, but he's just like constantly injured, and again, consistency for him. But yeah, thought he done nothing wrong in that first half. So yeah, I'll give him a 5. Kulusevski, not the player I don't think he was earlier in the season, but he's trying. He's trying to make things happen on his own. And I just feel for him. So I'm going to give him a 6. Then we move on to our substitutes. Tell, no real impact on the game. I liked his fight, and he was getting frustrated with others around him for not pressing, not showing that fight, which speaks volumes to me of our problems and lack of leadership. I'll give him a 5. Hard to judge him. Didn't really do anything positive. Porro, I'll give a 6. On the other hand, I thought, come on, looked lively, got in good positions, but again, no chance to really show his end product. Same with Bergabauer, 6 for me. Brings that zip and that little bit of pace, a little bit of aggression, fight, which we so desperately lack. So 6 for me, for him, but not a lot to judge him off. And Mikey Moore, I don't think he hardly touched the ball, so I'll give him a 5 because you can't really judge him off that. But yeah, really disappointing. It was men versus boys. Liverpool were class, and credit to them, they deserve to go through, the better team. But we were really poor, and I think the players should hang their heads in shame. But also, Ange got it wrong, and those above should be disappointed as well, because that bench speaks volumes. We didn't have the depth that Liverpool had to come off the bench. We're generating the funds for the new stadium, and we should have. That's the way I feel about it. So yeah, disappointed. I don't like to react or point fingers, but this defeat is a bit of a reality check for us right now. We're, after a couple of wins in all competitions, Liverpool are just so much better than us. The gap is massive. We're not as good as we thought we were. And Van de Ven would have made a massive difference in particular. Also Romero and other players coming back, but we still conceded 4 here with both of them here. So I think that's important to remember. Andrew got it wrong as well tonight, as I did say. But they are my player ratings and my thoughts on those individual performances. Do get involved as always in the comments below with your thoughts, but please do follow me at HarryScarf22 across all socials, and check out our YouTube channel and podcast Scarfy Spurs Talk multi-platform wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to Chris Allen's Spurs Chat podcast. I'll hopefully be back speaking to you ahead of Aston Villa, because the players got to pick themselves up, the team and Andrew got to pick themselves up, go again, because this is a massive game, and we didn't turn up, which I think even with or without injuries is unforgivable. But we've got to put it behind us, reset, go again at the weekend against Villa, which is also a big game. It could be a really bad week, but we need to stop that from becoming even worse. But a massive common Spurs. Thank you. Always a pleasure to speak to you guys.